afternoon, evening, morning, whatever it is for you. This is just a quick bonus video, I suppose to call it. I can't think of another thing. Where I'm just gonna, for people who need a little bit more help building the buildings, I'm just gonna make a few buildings, put in a few more tips and tricks that I didn't mention in the part 14, I think it was. So yeah, this is just gonna help people who just need a little bit more help with making some different looking buildings. So yeah, let's get started, shall we? So first off, we're going to start with the usual cube, and we're going to make a towery type one. So I'm going to go into front view, SZ, make it a bit taller, and then GZ, bring it up, put it on the floor, I suppose. And very important, apply all your transforms. Remember, that's Control A for anyone who's not already got it in the quick menu. Okay, and we'll split this thrice 4 times. Yeah, split it 4 times with Control R. And right, first things first. Last time, I did this. I didn't want the windows to come right to the edge. I wanted a bit of thickness to the wall, so I Control R, and then I did that, and then I did that to get this middle bit separated. But there's a quicker way of doing that, which is if you loop cut once and then press Control B for bevel, on this it will just give us that. It will just split that edge into 2, and then we can be guaranteed that it's going to be a symmetrical separation. And then if we click off, there you go. That's a very quick way of doing that. And now let's just loop cut 3 times, and then we're going to make the top, this one, a window. So we want to select the middle of each of these, and we'll leave a door for the bottom, and we're going to press GZ, and then we want to select these two, these two, and these two, and these two, and then bring them up to give us like an arch or something. Yeah. Although thinking about it, that's fine. So, and then, yeah, right, Control Z that. Put, for every one of these, double click, double click, double click, double click. We're just selecting these edge loops. We don't need the bottom one, I don't think. Yeah, we'll do all of them, and then Control B again, because we just want to give this, we want to separate this a little bit better. There we go. And that will be useful for, you know what, while we've got it selected, press ES, and there we go. Yeah. And remember, I had it on individual origin, so just make sure that's where you're extruding from. Okay, so now we just need to do the, let's put a loop cut. No, put one in the middle, put one in the middle, put one in the middle, and put one in the middle. And now we're just going to make the window shape. So double click that one, double click that one, double click, not that one, double click that one, double click that one, and then Control B. And then I guess it's going to be about that big. Okay, so now we just start moving the vertices again. So we want to select the middle top of each one of these. Don't need the bottom. Okay, GZ, bring it up. Then we want to select these two. Oh, damn it. These two, these two, these two, and these two. And then GZ. Yeah, that will do. Okay. Now another little trick here, which I didn't mention, is if you select all of these faces like this. What I was doing before was just extruding straight back, but there's a way of doing it where we've got a very easy window frame. So if you just pressed I, and then we're insetting them, so we've got a frame around it, then press E, and then press X, faces. And now, as you can see, we've left ourselves with a loop around the frames. So all we need to do is double click all of them, press E to extrude, out a little bit, bosh. There we go. And now we've got, I'm going to turn my wireframe off for a second. So we've got the instant decoration without the need of duplicating edges and then separating them and skinning them. We don't need to do that. And the roof here, we are going to loop cut here, and we're just going to grab all the top vertices and scale them in like this. Yeah, and there we go. We'll do one more thing with this. We'll just add a cube, because we're just going to add a little bit more decoration. Where is he? There he is. Scale that right down. Drag it up to the top here. Bring it forward on the y-axis like that, and then drag it up the top. And we're going to hide it just underneath this and drag that back so that it's there. Probably too big, so we'll scale that down. That means I need to bring it forward again. Not that far. Not that far, son. There we go. Okay. And now I'm going to need my wireframe back on because I've gone in the front view. GX. Okay, and now we just go over to the modifiers, which is that one. The wrench array, or spanner, I should say. And we're going across the x-axis, so that's perfect. And let's say we want 8 cubes, too many, or is that too big? I'm going to scale down the original cube a bit more. Put him over there, and then with 8 cubes, I'm just going to drag along the x-axis to get it kind of symmetrical. Looks about right. And then Alt-D, Z. Oh, actually, no, there's something we'll do before that. If we press 7, because the 3D cursor is slap bang in the middle, all we need to do is Alt-D, cancel. First, we need to press full stop and select 3D cursor to rotate from. Alt-D and Control when I'm rotating. Alt-D, R, holding Control. Alt-D, R, holding Control. And there we have instant decoration. So now we just want to select the cubes, and we go Alt-D, Z to there, Alt-D, Z to there, and then Alt-D, Z. We do have another one. Finally, Alt-D, Z. Okay, so there we have a bit of extra decor. And let's just quickly bosh out a door here. Loop cut there. Let's drag these two down. Actually, yep, do that. Drag them down a bit. Drag this guy down a little. And then if we select these faces, do we want a frame? Yeah, we'll have a frame. Press I to inset. Yep, and then E and X. Faces. All the doors are open in Minas Tirith, and again we've got a nice little frame which we can double click the edge loop or the face loop. Bosh. We could put a little step there, I suppose, and we'd do that with mesh. We don't need to do that because none of these you're not going to see the floor of any of them, depending on the angle you're going at. Okay, so yeah, and if you wanted this to be a tower that's all the way around, like you've already been shown in part 13 or 14, excuse me, when you edit these vertices, you'd be in X-ray mode, because then you know you'd be selecting, if I select these, I'm selecting both the front and the back. Okay, so that's if you want to have it all the way around. Okay, and for the ones, I didn't do anything about the ones on the wall that are going on the wall, so we'll just do a very quick, simple cube shapes, and let's rotate from bounding box center. I'll do it, and we might put a balcony on this one. So let's loop cut in the middle and bevel that like this. Yeah, and we're just gonna select this face here. No, first off, yeah, we'll do that. No, Control R. Let's loop cut in the middle, and then let's Control B that. We want that symmetrical separation. Okay, and we also want one at the top. It doesn't matter about the bottom. Okay, and then because we're going to want the balcony to be, let's put another loop cut actually, and let's bevel that. So this here will be the balcony. So let's extrude that, and then we can. It might look nice actually doing that, and then we'll deal with this polygon at the bottom. So I've just pressed I and inset that. Then I've extruded, selected the faces, and now we're left with these polygons here that we don't want. So we can just delete those and select those two. Just bring them down about the right level. It doesn't need to be mathematically perfect. Alright. Oh, hello. And then because we need to scale these on the X, so, or do we? Hang on. No, I'm thinking incorrectly. GZ. That needs to be about there. That'll do. And, okay, so we just select this edge and select this edge with Shift and press F. And then, as I say, it's not massively important. The geometry is not attached there, because this hasn't been animated or anything. Okay, so that's our balcony. And to get it to be the roof thing, if I remember correctly, it's just a simple case of, I don't know, select these two, press E to extrude them down, and then if you go change your axis origin, whatever, to individual origins, and then scale them on the Y axis, and then GY, bring them back on the Y axis. There we go. So that's good to go on a wall. And yeah, we were doing a balcony, weren't we? So let's put 3 loop cuts there, and then I'm going to head into top mode and X-ray, because I want to select both front, top and bottom. Press GY, select these two, GY. Maybe bring this back a bit. GY. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do nicely, I reckon. Now let's have a look. Is there an easy way to get a balcony on this without adding a ton of geometry? No. Not on this. We don't need to do that. Okay. Did I apply all transforms? I should have done, because good habit is adding a bevel. I'm sorry. Click on your thingy, your modify node, and then modifier bevel. And I'm going to shift left click this to get a little bit. There we go. Now I know it's beveled, I can turn it off in the viewport. So let's just make a couple of pillars real quick. Shift A, mesh, cube. Let's bring it over here, scale it down, scale it on the Z so that it's taller than that. Yes, and then bring it, where is it? GY. Where is it? Oh, there. GY. Okay. GY, just to make sure it's the right. Yep, that'll do. That'll do. And apply all transforms just in case we want to bevel that. And I'm going to bring that back to here so that it's hidden within the house. GY. Too far. GY. How many minutes have I been going? 14. We'll call it a 20-minute one, this. GY. Why aren't you going back? GY. Thank you. Okay, a little bit further forward. GY. Alright. Okay, now if we add another array to that, under your modifiers panel, we'll have 3. Count 3. And we just need to spread it out a little bit so that it's symmetrical. Back there. And then we can quickly just edit the original cube. Just put a loop cut, Control R, put that down there, put another one up here. We need to deal with this. I don't know what I'm playing at. And double click those, and press, make sure we're on individual origins on your axis, ES, And we're going to have to scale that on the Z as well. There we go. Move it back a bit, GY. 1, and because we've scaled it up a bit, we just need to edit the array and put it back in the middle. Like this. Alright, okay, so now we've got that. That's pretty. 15, okay, and then let's just put some supports underneath. So Shift A, add a cube, going back into front, orthographic, put that there. GY, bring it forwards, and I think we will make it longer on the Z, and apply all transforms, and then I'm going to rotate it on the X, but first I'm going to change it to bounding box center, RX, right, hang on, well maybe I need to put my set origin to geometry, RX, like this, GY, probably scale it down a fair bit, Nick, and put that under there, and let's just have them right underneath the pillars right there. So shift select this, and then it's in my quick menu modifiers, but I have shown you how to get that, which is under select linked, or is it object, make links modifiers. So now, but because the scale is different, the measurements are different, so we just need to, we need to select that one, and then just push it over so that it's central. We've got a couple of supports, like keeping the balcony nice and tidy. Lovely. And we're going to need another couple of things. I'll do a balcony, and then we'll call it quits, shall we? We'll quickly do a roof. Right, add a cube, put it up here. Don't scale it that big, scale it down a fair amount. I'm just going to go in top view over here, bring that forward, and make it even smaller, SZ. Now you could set an array to go along a path, but I don't understand cloning along a path in Blender. Cinema 4D, it was really easy, but I still haven't fathomed it in Blender, so I'm not going to show you that because I don't know how to do it properly. Alright, we're going to do it manual. So yeah, put a cube there. This is going to be the balcony railings. I'm going into top mode, Alt D, X, because we don't need to duplicate it, we just need to make an instance. And then I'm going to put one in the middle, like this. But I want to try and keep the same amount of space from the edges. And then I'll put another one kind of close to that one there, and then Alt D X so that it's on exactly the same axis. This one looks like it's further away, GX. Yeah, that's cool. And then Shift A, Mesh, Cube, bring it over to here, drastically reduce it in size, bring it up on the, well, wherever it is, wherever it's come into your scene. And we want this to be just a little bit bigger than the cube itself. That will do. And then we're going to SZ, scale that on the Z axis, flatten it down somewhat, bosh it on the top, get this about central, GX. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect right now, okay. And then put a loop cut in the middle, and then select, we want to be in X-ray mode, and select these vertices, press X vertices, and then go over to your modifier panel, add a mirror, and bosh, it's done that. Okay, it looks like it's not connected, so I'm going to select the central vertices, select clipping on your mirror so that it can't go across where it meets, and it doesn't. That's all good. Okay, so 7, and now yes, we still need to be in thingy mode. So let's X-ray mode, select all those vertices, pull that to, you know what, let's gradiate it somewhat. I'm just rotating a little bit. Probably should have been more than that. E, like that. Yeah, that's nice. Might be able to get away with all the way. Bosh! And then I'm probably going to rotate that bit, rotate that bit, rotate that bit, and rotate that. If you're trying to rotate something so that the vertices are level, and you're trying to do it one by one, like, oh, okay, so yeah, that looks about right. There's a very quick way to get it right, which I've already showed you, but we'll just repeat it. So we want it to be level on the Z axis, both of them on the same height. So SZ, SY, okay, on the Y axis this time. And I'll do that once more just to make sure I'm level. There we go. And then we can just extrude straight up. Bush, we've got a balcony railing. Let's put that there. Okay, there we go. 21. For this one, we're just going to simply add a UV sphere for a dome. Check how it looks. Fine. Go into X-ray. Tab into edit mode. Select the lower vertices. X. And delete those vertices. Pull that down a bit. Bish, bash, bosh. Bob's your uncle. Fanny's your aunt. And have 2 buildings. Okay, so that was 21 minutes. A little bit over, but okay, so that's another cool few tricks there. If you needed the help building the buildings, I hope that did. And I'll see you in the next one. We will continue if you've come here after episode 14. All right, wicked. See you in a bit. Bye.